My name is Debbie Reynolds. They call me the Data Diva. Today I want to talk about data privacy and indoor positioning systems, also called IPS. So indoor positioning systems are somewhat similar to GPS, but it's for movements of things indoors. So the purpose of IPS is really to track items or people in indoor spaces that would not be able to be tracked by GPS because GPS uses satellites outdoors. So this may be tracking information about someone's smartphone. Maybe, let's say, for instance, you had a badge or something, or let's say you went to an amusement park and you got like a wristband or something. It may have a tag in it that can actually track you around the park and what you're doing. It can, for example, some of the uses people are saying can help direct visitors in hospitals. So let's say someone gets lost in a hospital, they don't know where they're going, help them direct them to the right path, finding an item in a store or even a warehouse. Disney actually uses this in their amusement parks, and so a lot of people actually really like this. I've heard people tell me this, where the amusement park knows where people are at all times within the parks, and they feel like that's really a good benefit to them. There may be a time period for tracking, so maybe these tracking can be time limited. It may be, an issue around like who is tracking, why they're tracking, what's the purpose of tracking, and then also retention of that data. In something like an amusement park, that's more around consent and kind of the benefit of the person to actually do that tracking. I guess on the flip side of that is tracking where people are either not aware that tracking is happening. Maybe if that tracking, let's say for instance, you were in a hospital, you got a badge, it was tracking you, but then that tracking actually continued like when you left the hospital or different things. So I think these are things that companies, as they try to adopt IPS systems, really need to think about from a privacy perspective, because people, in my view, when you move farther and farther away from using these types of digital systems that don't benefit the individual, it gets harder to really justify that type of data capture and the data retention and use of that information in the future. So I'm really interested to see what companies do, the creative ways they use IPS systems to benefit individuals, but I also am cautious about how that data why it's collected, when it's collected, how it's collected, and why it's retained, if at all, in the future. That's it. Thank you.